You can almost predict whether someone's meant to be successful or stay broke forever by these two mindsets. Welcome to the channel. I'm Gracia and I help women rebuild their lives through discipline, faith, and mindset. Let's get into it. The first sign that you are meant to be successful is how much life you speak into people. Some people hear ambition and they immediately shrink around it, but other people hear the same word, ambition, and they come alive around it. And that difference matters because some people's internal ceiling is so low that possibility literally makes them uncomfortable. They hear other people like you and I talk about dreams, talk about building a different life, talk about ambition, and you can physically see them getting uncomfortable. And let me tell you, that has nothing to do with your dream, but everything to do with their internal ceiling. But then there are people more like you, people who are expensive. Your friend would tell you the most unhinged, craziest dream ever. And your first instinct, your first reflex is always, I don't see why that wouldn't happen. I think she could make it work. You're that person. You're the person that always tells people things like, I see things happening for you. Your dream is gonna come true. Your idea is so good. I know you're gonna be rich someday. Wow, you're so smart, and I can tell it you're about to be successful. Breakthrough is knocking at your door. You're that person that speaks life into people, and not only do you do it, but you do it because you mean it. You really actually mean it. You're not trying to manipulate people because to you, expansion is a possibility not only for yourself, but for people around you. And I know you may think this mindset is normal because you have it, and most likely the people around you also have it. But I'm here to tell you that that's not normal. Most people are in a committed relationship, in a marriage with limitations. Most people are addicted and attached to staying small, playing it safe, being realistic, not being delusional, and things like that. But expansion minded people think very differently. They naturally recognize potential, growth, possibility, transformation, even when there's no physical evidence just yet. I genuinely believe there is power in speaking life into people, especially when you do it in Jesus' name. I also believe that speaking life into people is a form of giving in this world and not taken. And this life, it takes from takers, but it also gives back to givers. Some people naturally speak limitations everywhere they go. Everywhere they go, while others literally call greatness out of people. Isn't that amazing? Because that says something extremely important about that person. Because just like you believing in someone else's dream, in someone else's vision, actually says little to nothing about that person's vision, but says everything about your mindset and your ceiling. The opposite is also true. Someone doubting your dream, your vision, or your ambition says little to nothing about the quality of your ambition or whether your dreams are going to work or not, but says everything about the size of their mind, the size of their ceiling, and their limitation. When you naturally see or believe expansion is possible for other people around you, it is usually because you believe that it's possible for you as well. And success starts with believing that you get to be successful, with believing that you can be successful, and with believing that you will be successful. The second sign that you are meant to be successful is your relationship with opportunity. Listen, there are people in this world who genuinely believe everything is a scam. I call them scam alarmists. Course, scam. Mentorship, scam. Investing in yourself, a scam. A program, a scam. Doing something unconventional, a scam. And listen, I'm not denying that scams exist. Discernment is important. There are scammers in this world. Like there are predators in this world. But these people aren't discerning. They are psychologically trapped in a fear cycle. There's a difference between the two. Being broke and being poor are two very different things. Being broke is a temporary situation, but being poor is an identity. The poor mindset is victimhood, instant gratification, blame shifting, desperation, fear of growth, looking for shortcuts, wanting instant success, instant relief without working for it, excuse making, all those things. And predators, they can smell that off of you instantly. Actual scammers, MLMs, fake gurus, manipulative people out there, they don't just target lack of money. They target emotional desperation. They target people who are looking for a magical escape, who are looking for overnight success without putting in the work, who are looking for wealth without becoming the person that can hold that money. They target those kinds of people, and then when they fall for it, they then go on the internet screaming, everything's a scam, everyone's fake, everyone's lying, and then fear becomes their entire worldview. Meanwhile, grounded, disciplined, and expansion minded people move very differently. Even when they're broke, they ask questions, they do their due diligence, they think long term, they understand delayed gratification, they understand that capacity takes time, and they understand that expansion requires risk. That's why scammers don't only attack people with low income, because you can be low income, so broke, which is a temporary situation, and still have a rich mindset and therefore not smell like desperation the way poor people do. Some of the most financially broke people I've met still think very richly. They think expensively, with strategy, and they think long term. Most importantly, they genuinely do believe that their life is about to expand, and that's how I know that it will. Meanwhile, some other people, even some of them with money, still think and play very small. They still get really frightened around opportunity and wait for extreme guarantees before taking action. And another thing I noticed is some people are genuinely attached to their skepticism. It becomes their whole identity. And I believe it even makes them feel smarter, like more intelligent. Everything's a scam. Everyone is lying. Every mentor or guru out, well, okay, I'll give them that one because there are extremely questionable gurus on the internet these days. So I will give them that one. But other than that, it's like, dude, every mentor is a lie. Every rich person is secretly scamming someone, doing God knows what. Meanwhile, rich, expensive, and wealthy people, they have spent years paying for rooms, paying for master classes, masterminds, mentorship, education, coaching, skills, access. They understand that investing in your expansion is a must if you want to grow. So, bottom line is don't throw your money at everything. Do your due diligence, do your research, ask questions, think long term. But if your reflex or your instinct is to immediately see everything as a scam, you're eventually going to reject the very opportunities capable of changing your life. So if you recognize yourself in these two mindsets, that's a great sign that you are well on your way towards success, freedom, growth, and expansion. Congratulations. And if you recognize yourself in the opposite mindset, also, congratulations, because that means that you have caught it early on, that you get to work on it. You get to do the adequate inner work around your mindset and your limitations. And luckily for you, that's all we ever talk about on this channel and on my email list. The link's in the bio. So subscribe to the channel to have more talks like this and break free from those limitations. It was such a fun video to film. I'm excited to see you in the next video, but until then, keep growing with grace.